Hello and welcome back to Leeds lately for the live watch along of Leeds United versus not half a ham, a full ham at Elland Road. Welcome back to all of our Leeds lately members, including, of course, Karen Curtin, Liam B, and Robert Wetzel, who is now a moderator. So you all best watch out because Robert will be on your case. But today, we're going to be looking at Leeds United versus Fulham. Welcome, of course, to all of our non-Leeds Lately members as well, our regular subscribers who keep the channel going. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, we've only got 22 people in here at the moment, so we will go through the lineups shortly. Has anybody got any score predictions for today? And Tim is here as well as another one of our moderators. Shout out Tim as well. He'll be on your case if you misbehave. But yeah, welcome everybody. We'll go through the lineup shortly. Like I said, wait for a few more people to join. I hope everybody's doing well. Get your score predictions in the chat down below as well, and we can discuss those. To me, I think that Leeds could come away with a victory today. I'm going to say 2-1. That's my prediction, 2-1. Robert saying I have to root against one of the better US men's national team players, of course, Anthony Robinson, who doesn't have an American accent at all. I was surprised to hear when I saw an interview with him. I thought he actually was like full on born and raised in America, but he hasn't. He isn't. Be positive, Sly. Be positive. We nearly got a point out of them away from home in London, so there's every chance that we could get something out of today's game. Oh, one sec. Let me just make sure that. One second. One second, I am here. I've just got to get rid of the back soon thing. There we go. Just needed to make sure I had my fan plugged in because it keeps the camera from overheating. Not that I think it'd probably be a problem in this weather, but I have got the heating on in here, so it may cause issues if I don't have it on to keep the camera nice and cool. Welcome everybody who is joining us. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad in terms of people spoiling it like the Derby game. Although this game isn't on TV in the UK, so we may see quite a few people join us. Welcome everybody who is just joining us. We'll talk about the lineups very, very shortly. Of course, a Fulham lineup on the screen at the moment. We'll go through the Leeds lineup as well. Some notable exclusions from the Leeds United squad today, so we'll go through them as well. Welcome to everybody who is joining us. Fulham unbeaten in 5 games. There will be no pushover. Absolutely not. They've got a good squad as well, which we'll talk about in just a second. But it's still possible that we get something out of them. We are, of course, unbeaten in 7 games before the game that we lost against Newcastle, so hopefully we can do something today. Yet we do have a few players missing as well. So let's go through the lineups then, now that we're only about 10 minutes out from kickoff. Fulham's lineup then looks to be a 4-2-3-1. Bernd Leno in goal. Castagna, ex of Leicester City, of course, right back, with Anthony Robinson, who who was mentioned just before by Robert. Anderson and Kowenka are the two centre-backs. Sander Berger and Sasa Lukic are the two holding midfielders for Fulham. Harry Wilson out on the right. Emile Smith-Rowe, promotion hero for Leeds, in through the middle in the number 10 role. And out on the left is Sessegnon as well, with Raul Jimenez up front. Very good lineup for them. They're a decent side, of course, but there is a possibility that we get points today. I really do think so. Let's have a look at the Leeds United lineup then. Remember, guys, if you're new here, hit that sub button. Darlow in goal. Bogle and Goodmanson at wing backs. You've got Justin playing right centre back alongside Rodon and Strauch. Ampadu, Gruev and Aronson in the midfield with Okafor and Calvert-Lewin up front. No Biol in the squad, no Stack in the squad. So that is an interesting one today. Don't know what's happened. Maybe a clash between both of them in training or something. Not sure about that. But we do also have Facundo Buonanotte is in the squad on the bench as well. So our new signing from Brighton is on the squad on the bench for today's game. Let me just get the bench up so I can show you. Or at least tell it to you. On the bench we have Lucas Perry. Of course, I didn't even say anything about that. Darlow starts. Perry drops to the bench. Sebastian Bornau is on the bench, so it's interesting that he didn't go into that right centre-back spot. Byram, Longstaff, Tanaka, Buonanotte, Nonto, Piru and Mecha make up the rest of the bench. Yeah, this one's not on TV anywhere in the UK, so I'm just listening on the radio, on the visual radio. Welcome everybody who is just joining us. Just over 5 minutes to go until kickoff in this one. Leeds United versus Fulham at Elland Road, giving us a slight advantage there. Where it's been a better kind of a more fertile ground for us to pick up points as Elland Road than away from home. So hopefully that makes a difference for us today. But once again, lineup: Darlow comes in for Perry. Bogle in at right wing back, Goodmanson at left wing back. Justin starts. No sign of Biol in the squad. Rodon goes into centre back. Strauch over on the left hand side. Then when you go into the midfield, Stack also missing from the squad. Ampadu, Gruev and Aronson make up the midfield three for us, with Okafor and Calvert-Lewin up front. Fulham currently sit 9th, 21 games, 31 points, won 9, drawn 4, lost 8, with a goal difference of 0. Stack and Biol have adductor injuries, apparently. Thanks, CB, for that one. Leeds in the table at the moment sit in 16th position. 21 games, 5 wins, 7 draws, and 9 defeats. Goal difference of -8, and we sit on 22 points. Let's hope we can add another 3 points to that today. With Nottingham Forest playing Arsenal later on, we've got a real chance to put some distance between us and Forest. Of course, at the moment, we still sit 8 points ahead of West Ham in 17th. If we could stretch that to 11 today, that would be fantastic. West Ham are playing bitter rivals Spurs away from home at 3 o'clock today. So let's hope Spurs do us a favour there. But we shouldn't be relying on favours. We should be relying on ourselves. So if we win and Spurs beat West Ham, then that's the ideal situation. And Arsenal beat Forest. We're looking for a North London double today. That would really, really help us out. Welcome everybody who's joining us. Just one last time before kick off. We'll go through the lineups. Oh, I've pressed it twice. Fulham's lineup: Leno in goal, Castagna, Anderson, Cuenca and Robinson make up a back four, with Sander Berger and Sasal Lukic in the central midfield roles for them. Wilson out wide on the right, Smith Rowe through the middle and Sessegnon out on the left, with Raul Jimenez up front for Fulham is the way that they shape up today. Leeds United are without Jacobillo and Anton Stack with reported adductor injuries, so in comes Darlow for a start for Perry. Then you've got Bogle at right wing back. Justin comes in at right centre back, even though Sebastian Bornau is on the bench. Joe Rodon seems to me as if he's going to be the middle centre back. Strauch on the left hand side of that back three, with Goodmanson out on the wing back. Ampadu, Gruev and Aronson make up a midfield three that is missing Anton Stack. Tanaka does feature on the bench, as does new signing Facundo Buonanotte. And of course, up front, the regular two of Noah Okafor and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, having just won December's Player of the Month. Leeds United looking to add 3 points to the tally today to go further ahead of Forest and West Ham, who both play Arsenal and Tottenham respectively later on today. Well, actually, West Ham are at the same time as us. Ampadu leads across the Fulham line, shaking hands with each one of their players. Of course, James Justin and Timothy Castagna used to play together for Leicester, so there was a few friendly greetings in the tunnel for them. Hello, 70s. Hi, Max. For everyone watching along sneakily from the hospital. Not me, my dad. Wouldn't a Leeds win today be fantastic? It absolutely would be fantastic. A Leeds win today would be unbelievable, because it just gives us that bit of breathing space. When it comes to Leeds trying to survive in the Premier League, we often do this thing. Oh, it's Ruggy. Hi, Ruggy. We often do this thing where we kind of just stay away from the relegation spots, but then we get pulled back in, and then we're away again, and then we're pulled back in, and it's too much, really. We need to build up some distance and be comfortable, but that wouldn't be the Leeds way to do things now, would it? Just quickly, as you can obviously see the Leeds lineup on the screen, I'll just read out once again for you before the game starts. Lucas Perry drops to the bench, so he is the first name on the bench. Sebastian Bornau, Sam Byram, Sean Longstaff, Ao Tanaka, Facundo Buonanotte, Wilfred Nonto, Joel Piroux and Lucas Mecha make up the Leeds United bench for today's game against Fulham, which should be kicking off very soon. I've just started the super chat goal. Welcome to everybody who is joining us. We will be underway imminently here at Elland Road. Leeds United hoping to add 3 more points to our Premier League total as the traditional pre-match huddle happens. Just waiting for Ampadu to join it. Leeds United hoping to be able to stop Harry Wilson today as well, someone who, of course, we were linked with right at the end of the summer window. Since then, he's kicked on for Fulham and he's done a really, really good job, and he's having a great season for them. And so Leeds United probably won't be able to get hold of him now that he's become an integral part of Marco Silva's Fulham. Tim saying feeling positive, but there's always the Leeds way of doing things that isn't good for the nerves. Absolutely. For middle of the range Premier League teams like Fulham, they don't go on runs. They're 5 games unbeaten, but they don't last forever, those runs. It's really hard to maintain a run like that in the Premier League, and I think Leeds could turn them over today, and it would be really, really good result for us. Robert Wetzel saying, "Yeah, I'm thinking at 3. I'm thinking 3 at home is a must in this moment, given the opponent. But as always, a draw would have to be acceptable in the larger scheme of things." Yeah, if you're looking at getting a point per game, then you've just got to keep picking up points, haven't you? You've just got to keep picking up points wherever you can. And Leeds United, of course, looking to pick up some more today. There is a minute applause at the moment for the sad loss of Terry Yorath, Leeds United legend of yesteryear, who sadly passed away recently, and his family are in attendance today at Elland Road, including Gabby Logan, who is Terry Yorath's daughter, for those of you who didn't know. Well, the whistle blows. Leeds players turn to go and get in their positions. Great point, Tim. I'll leave that on the screen for just a minute so everybody remembers it. I also released a video earlier today about Jurgen Strand Larsen as well. So after this stream, if you want to check that transfer news video out and a little bit of tactical analysis, that would be much appreciated as well. And we have just kicked off in this one. We've lost a few seconds there, but I'll be able to sync that up in just a second. That's a foul there on Calvert-Lewin. It's going to be a Leeds free kick early on here. There we go. We should be synced up now. Here's Harry Wilson trying to flick one over the top. Goodmanson does well to deal with that and takes it wide. Here is Anthony Robinson playing the ball into the midfield there. Rodon, though, does well to take the ball off Raul Jimenez there, who rather untraditionally for a striker wears the number 7 shirt. Here's Rodon with the ball out wide now to Jayden Bogle. Calvert-Lewin feels like he was pushed over there by Joachim Andersen and gets himself a free kick here in the early stages. Shout out, Pierre. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Calvert-Lewin keeps making himself a nuisance already. Minute and a half in, and he's already drawn 2 fouls from Joachim Andersen by getting his body in front of him. Gruev then, 2 arms up like this as he's ready to take the free kick. Free kick from Gruev in towards the back post. Back across by Strauch. Strauch shoots, blocked there. It's going to be a goal kick there. I think it might have hit a Leeds player on the way out there rather than hitting a Fulham player. Fulham playing in black and gold today. Leeds in their home shirt of white and blue. Here's Anderson with the free kick. Sends that one long. I don't know why it was a free kick in the end, but who knows? It's going to be offside there against Fulham after that long ball forward, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. Ampadu takes that one quickly. Here's Joe Rodon now. Now Darlow clears that one long. Calvert-Lewin does well there, but it's away there by Anderson. After Calvert-Lewin beats Sanderberg to the header in midfield there, it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. James Justin to take it. Bogle with a header down the line there. Aronson trying to chase, but Anderson away once more. Little bit of pressing there by Calvert-Lewin and Leeds could have been in there as eventually Anderson, the ball bobbles out in front of him and he passes it back to Bernd Leno, the German goalkeeper for Fulham. Smith Rowe with the ball through here. Sessegnon was going to run through on goal there, and I must say, really, really good defending from Gabriel Gudmundsson, the Swede at left back there. It's going to be a Fulham throw-in for Robinson to take here. Good defending from Gudmundsson around on the cover there. Really good defending. Here's Okafor into Calvert-Lewin. Good touch by him. Looking for a passing option. He's just outrun himself there, and it's going to be a Fulham ball. Little chipped ball forward by Fulham. James Justin deals with it and gives it now to Pascal Struijk. Struijk forward into Okafor. Okafor's touch loose, but Gruev picks it up now. Here's Ampadu. I like Gruev. I just don't think he offers enough going forward, which I would probably have said that I would have preferred Tanaka start this game, and then if we're winning and we need to see out the game, then that's when you would look at bringing on somebody like Gruev to try and shore things up a little bit in midfield. But we'll see how it goes with Gruev. I do rate him. I just think he's a little bit more of a defensive-minded option. Ball over the top there. It's not going to be reached there by Gudmundsson, and it's going to be a Fulham goal kick. Thanks, Andrew. He's Leno. Clearance there from Cuenca, I think it was, and now Darlow can knock that out to Rodon. Smith Rowe there has taken the ball back. He's looking for a way to get the ball through to Jimenez, but Ampadu does really well. And now Ampadu strides away with the ball. Here comes Ampadu over the halfway line. Ball out wide to Noah Okafor. Calvert-Lewin trying to get himself in position in the box. Goes to shoot. Goalkeeper catches it in the end and rolls it out to Anthony Robinson. Here's Harry Wilson. Cuenca. Now Harry Wilson. Back once more again to the centre-back. Now Anderson. As he brings the ball out. Ball out wide now to Anthony Robinson. Back again to the centre-back once more. Cuenca. Or Cuenca. Maybe it's Cuenca. Switch out wide. Robinson tries to put the ball into the box there. Blocked by Bogle, but it is going to be a Fulham free kick. I hope Dominic Calvert-Lewin gets a hat-trick. That would be unbelievable. It's on the visual radio. I don't even know what channel this is. Harry Wilson just does a fake corner there, which was weird. They do it a lot on American sports, Clive, I think. Thanks, Tim. Darlow with a long ball forward. I know that it's probably not even actually happened, but please do not put the goals in the chat before I've reacted to them. And also, by the way, for how can I adjust my video? Do you not understand how the internet works? How can I adjust my video so I'm watching the match in real time? I am watching the matches as real time as I possibly can. Why would I watch it in the past? I'm watching it in as real time as I possibly can, but over the internet, it's always going to be behind. And then there's a delay between YouTube and you, so... Harry Wilson on the edge of the Leeds box finds Emil Smith-Rowe. Looking for a shooting opportunity. Shot in the end by Harry Wilson is wide of the post. Yeah, poor shot by Harry Wilson in the end, and Darlow didn't even have to move for it, really. It just went past the post by a good couple of feet. Long forward ball there from Darlow. Headed away by Sander Berger. And Darlow eventually able to clear that one away again. It was a second there where I thought Darlow or Rodon was going to mess up there, not make a decision properly, but it was cleared in the end. Ball back to Bernd Leno now. Now Anderson. Here's Rodon. Now Strauch. Rodon again. Out to James Justin. Darlow. Back now to Gruev, who's almost in the left-back position there. Out wide to Goodmanson. Now Ampadu turns the shoulder and now plays a switch ball out to the right-hand side. Fantastic ball from him. Jayden Bogle tries to play one more ball onwards there. It's a good run, though, by Gruev. Gives it back there, but in the end, Ampadu can't get there before Smith-Rowe. Karen's happy to see Darlow in jail, in the old English spelling. Good sliding tackle there from Ampadu. It's going to be a throw in here. I'm excited to see if we see a little bit of Facundo Buonanotte today. Ball forward there from Fulham, left by Harry Wilson, which has meant Jimenez could try and play a ball back through to Harry Wilson, but intercepted there, read well by the Leeds backline, and then a foul on Ampadu means Leeds get a free kick. Strauch to Rodon. Now Gruev. West Ham 1-0 up. Wow. How annoying. Here's Darlow now. Sorry, Darlow. Just because someone mentioned Darlow in the chat. Rodon, sorry. Now Strauch. Gruev. Here's Okafor. Looking for a pass here. Drops it back off now to Gruev. Strauch. Rodon. Now Ampadu. James Justin into Aronson, who can't quite take that one with him. Clearance by Cuenca. Now Rodon. Rodon. Now James Justin. Tackled there by Emile Smith-Rowe, but a throw into Leeds. I don't know if I'm weird, but I always feel like Smith-Rowe looks like an adult baby, if that makes sense. Buonanotte is on the bench, yeah. Ampadu then getting ready to take a long throw in here, his first of the game. And as it's at Elland Road, he's got towels positioned all around so that he can dry the ball and get a bit more grip when he throws it in. Here comes Ampadu with the throw-in. Strauch tries to flick it on. It's away, though, by Anthony Robinson. Good header by Calvert-Lewin. Now Okafor. Bloody hell, that one's probably nearly gone out the ground. Okafor absolutely spooned that over the bar. Andrew Thorpe with the 199 super chat. He asked, "Are you not entertained?" Give him a thumbs up. Thanks, Andrew, for the 199 super chat. I really appreciate that. Everybody liked that as well in the chat. Look, I think the thing with Okafor is he's a winger. I think he's a winger, and when we've seen him on the wing, he's been really good at taking a man on and slicing open oppositions. I think when he's a striker, he's a little bit caught in two minds. I'm not sure that it really works for him being a striker. Anderson heads that one back to Leno, and he can catch it. Anderson. Lukic into Castagna, and then gets it back again. Castagna all the way back to Leno again. Calvert-Lewin pressing. Fulham play past the press very easily though, and here's Castagna running forward towards halfway here. Good tackle by Goodmanson on Sessegnon there, but it's going to be a Fulham throw-in, unfortunately. Robin asking how I think it's panning out so far. It's a little bit scrappy. There's some half decent build-up play from both sides, just as that Brendan Aronson sprints forward down the right-hand side here. He's gone past his player. Ball across the box is unlucky there because no one was there to finish it off. Did well there, though, Aronson. But yeah, I think there's been some decent build-up play from both sides, but no final ball. Here's Jimenez. Aronson with a fantastic tackle on him, but not according to the referee, apparently. Yeah, he wins the ball perfectly there. David saying, glad Fiorentina have taken Harrison on loan. Yeah, me too. And I think that suggests to me that we might go for a left back. A left wing back. Stack's not in the squad, mighty Leeds United. He's injured. Ball forward there from Fulham. Goodmanson able to get that one away from Sessegnon. Does well there. Now the ball with Strauch. Ampadu with it. Rodon. Now Justin. Yeah, Tanaka's on the bench. Buonanote's on the bench. Mecha, Nonto, Piru, all on the bench. Sebastian Bornau as well if we need another centre-back. Rodon now with the ball. Ampadu with a good ball forward there. It's intercepted though. Once again, he tries to play that forward here, Rodon. Eventually, it's going to go out for a Leeds United throw-in. Yeah. Robert's saying they definitely got Aronson playing more physical, not falling over the slightest touch. And Aronson did just win Leeds a corner, which of course we know that we can actually be a threat from this season. So let's... it's going to be Gruev to deliver in the absence of Anton Stack. So let's hope he delivers a good ball. And, well, to be honest, let's hope that Pascal Strauch's not the one to get a header on it, because his 50 pence shaped head has not traditionally gone very well from corners. Gruev then with one arm up. Gruev whips it in. Caught by Bernd Leno in the end. Looking for a quick out ball here, but Gruev won it back. That's going to be a... Is that going to be a Fulham goal kick or a Leeds corner? Leno gave it away there and he rolled it out. Straight to Gruev. Gruev's shot, yeah, and it was then cleared against Dominic Calvert-Lewin, so it went out for a goal kick. A handspring? Do you mean a hamstring? A handspring is a gymnastics move. Cleared away by Rodon. Challenges going in all over the place here. Ball flying around in the air. Calvert-Lewin does well there. Oh, that's not... Come on. This referee, is it... What's he called, this referee? It's not Michael Oliver, is it? It's someone else. His kind of lack of intent to let the game flow is awful and is ruining the game. Like, you can have a bit of physicality. Stopping it for everything. Just about, Pierre, yeah, that sounds about right. Here's Smith Rowe. Back to Leno again. Chris Kavanagh, that's the one. Or Chris Kavanagh, as they call him, and which is pretentious because the name is Kavanagh. Here is Okafor out on the left-hand side. Tries to get the ball across the box. Palmed away there by the goalkeeper, Bernd Leno. And that's going to be a Fulham goal kick as the ball is pushed against Bogle. Why are we watching 4 replays of a cross that got palmed away by the goalkeeper when something's clearly happening? Because I can hear it in the background. Here's Bogle. It's going to go all the way back to Darlow now. Darlow sends that one long. Got 499 people in here. It'd be nice to see one more join. Here's Ampadu. His pass has been intercepted there. Sessegnon trying to play that one down the line, but cut out by Strauch. Cut out by Sessegnon. Then Strauch heads it back forward again. Now Berger. Now Aronson does really well there. Good feet from him. Eventually gets the ball back to Pascal Strauch. Leeds are in here behind. Here's Aronson, who... Jesus, that was bad. Aronson, that was absolutely shocking. So Bogle with the ball straight over the top for Aronson, and what is that? You've got to get your knee over the ball. I can see that he was trying to curl it around the goalkeeper, but that was really poor. To be a contrarian and to be a typical Leeds United fan. Oh, Buonanotte would have scored that if he'd have started. Here's Ampadu. Rode on. Now James Justin. Gruev. Strauch out wide now to Goodmanson. Okafor. Back to Goodmanson. Now Gruev, who leaves it. Now Ampadu out wide now to James Justin. It's almost as if we're playing with two right backs, to be honest, rather than James Justin playing right centre back. That's going to be a Leeds throw in, and it's going to be Ampadu who can take that long throw in as well in a good position. Here's Ampadu with the throw-in. Goes into the box, headed away. Ampadu now. Leeds win a second long throw-in. Shout out Free Falling. Thank you very much for the super chat. Free Falling 849 with a £5 super chat. We have a class bench today. Brackets very impressive. Yes, we do. We've got Nonto, we've got Bornau, we've got Buonanotte, we've got Mecha, all on the bench today, ready to come on and affect the game. Successful header from that was very tame, straight back to the goalkeeper. Thank you, Free Falling, for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Here's Joachim Andersen. Now Berger. Now Quenser. Ball given away there by Anthony Robinson, his teammate for the men's national team of America. Brendan Aronson does so well there to get the ball to Ampadu. Good ball by Okafor there out wide to Jayden Bogle. Tackle though by Robinson. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Okafor stayed down here, and a yellow card has been given to the Fulham man who slid into him and took him down there. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, it's Castagna who's now he's studs up right into the side of his leg there. Timothy Castagna, the Belgian fullback. By the way, I saw that, another tackle from a Fulham player that should really be a yellow card, as Leeds would have been away, and he does get one, Sasa Lukic. Leeds, I saw Ollie Ward put the video about Sebastian Bornau saying that he wants out or whatever, but I didn't see... I tried to Google it and I didn't see anything about it. So where does it say anything about, when did Sebastian Bornau say this? What publication is it in? Like, I heard just off Ollie Ward's title and thumbnail. Didn't have a chance to watch the video, but where is it? I think a yellow card might have just been given out to Marco Silva as well, you know. Who's still arguing with the fourth official. Gruev then with the free kick. Chance to whip the ball into the box. Good delivery from him. Headed away, though, by Sander Berger. Back in by Goodmanson. Strauch with a header. Very good save by Bernd Leno in the end. Think he might have been offside anyway. It's a good save by the German goalkeeper, but it was never going to creep in, I don't think, at that speed. Long ball forward there from Fulham is going to go all the way to James Justin, who can keep it in and give it back to Carl Darlow. Goodmanson with a good header. Calvert-Lewin feels like he was maybe pushed a bit in the back there, but Leeds come away with the ball. Here's Ampadu, now Justin. Bogle now. That's going to be a Leeds United throw-in. As that pass from James Justin comes off a Fulham player, and it's going to be a Leeds United throw-in. James Justin then with the throw-in. Down the line here. Headed away by Robinson. Justin's going to let that one go and get himself a second throw-in. I didn't think when we signed James Justin that we would ever really see him, Goodmanson and Bogle on the pitch at the same time. It's going to be a free kick to Leeds. He's very whistle happy, this referee, isn't he? Even when it's a free kick to Leeds, I don't know if there was much in that. Like, what's... Well, free kick to Leeds. Let's get the ball forward. Hi, Barry. Welcome. Ampadu. James Justin. Back across now to Joe Rodon. Now Strauch. Strauch with the ball forward towards Calvert-Lewin, who can't quite keep that one under his spell, and it's headed back to Bernd Leno once again. Here is Castagna. Now Lukic. Over on the right-hand side as Fulham come forward. Raul Jimenez. Gets it back again, and then it's going to be a Fulham throw-in on the halfway line. Remember, guys, as well, if you want any Leeds United artwork designed by me, you want a print for your bedroom, office, man cave, wherever, there is plenty on my Etsy store in the description down below that I've designed. I can print and ship them to you. UK only at the moment, though. Here's Joachim Andersen. Now Quenser. Now Smith Rowe. Harry Wilson. Out wide now to Anthony Robinson. Back to Harry Wilson. That's offside. Thanks, Pierre. Appreciate that. And Tim. Yeah, he was well onside there, Harry Wilson. I don't know what that offside call was. Shocking decision by the referee and linesman again. Yeah, it's a little bit tough going this game, isn't it? I don't know if I'm just tired as well or what, but hopefully it livens up a little bit. Here's Ampadu. Now Bogle. Back to Justin. Good ball by Justin into Aronson, who now has been adjudged offside as well. Let the play go on and see if the because you've just made a wrong decision. I don't know. It's close. It's close enough to let the play go on and see what happens. It is a scrappy match. It is. Leno gets it back now off Quenser. Now Anderson. Strauch plays it back to Darlow, who sends that one not that long when Sanderberger heads it forward again. Away by Justin. Calvert-Lewin chests that one down but can't keep it under his spell as Sanderberger comes away with it. Now Anthony Robinson plays it all the way back again to the goalkeeper. Chris Holmes saying, just checking in from Verona. In fair Verona, where we lay our scene. How are we doing? It's been a scrappy game. We've had a couple of decent chances that we've absolutely spooned over the bar. Bornau cost £4 million compared to Biol, who cost like £18 million. So he's never going to be ahead of him, or Rodon, who cost 12 and has been really good for us for the last 2 seasons. So here's Harry Wilson. Ball over the top here for Lukic. Header caught there by Darlow. Yeah, it was onside there, Lukic. Good first, well, half decent first touch. Managed to keep it going. As we come back to the live footage, Aronson's down holding his leg. Yeah, poor challenge from Anthony Robinson then. Stamps on the toes of Brendan Aronson. Yeah, but I think we should have both, Jeff. I think we should have Danilo Doki. I think we should have Sebastian Bornau. And I think we should have everybody else we've got as defenders. The reason is, in a squad, if you're playing 2 centre-backs, you need 2 centre-backs on the bench. If you're playing 3 centre-backs, you need 3 centre-backs in reserve, because you have to have 2 players, one in the starting lineup and one in the squad for every single player that you have, for every single position that you have, which is why the fact that we've got 2 strikers in our lineup now means that we should sign another striker in backup. Mods, could you mute Deborah Silva, please? For, I don't know, 8 hours. It is on the rolling banner, Andrew. Here's Bernd Leno. Now Sanderberger. Good tackle in there by Leeds, but somehow Smith Rowe nearly comes away with it. But we don't, Roger, because Dallas broke his leg and can't play again. Plus, to be fair, centre-back and striker are probably 2 of the most specialised positions. Probably the only positions where you couldn't really play Dallas is centre-back and striker. I don't know, Lee, but to be fair, I done a video on him today, talking about... I done a video on them talking about how he fits in and stuff today, so if you all want to check out that video after the stream, that would really help me out. Thanks for muting the troll mods, by the way. Calvert-Lewin with a header into Aronson. Aronson looking for a pass here, drops it off to James Justin, striding into the Fulham half. A lot of the time we are having to still go backwards in this game. Where there's a little element of something that's missing from this game in terms of our chance creation. Maybe it's Facundo Buonanotte. Here is Quensa. Little flick there by Jimenez, but Bogle can deal with that. Gives it to Darlow. Darlow takes a touch and now sends it out back towards Gruev. Good touch by Strauch. There. Actually knocks it against Jimenez to make it offside. Darlow. He's going to take this free kick for that offside there. Hopefully he sends it long. It's been a very, I must say, dull first half. It really has. Long ball forward from Carl Darlow. Ampadu. It's all over him there, Lukic. Darlow slips as he kicks that one long. Aronson just won a header then. Someone check that pigs aren't flying over Elland Road. Liverpool 1-0 against Burnley. That's good to know. Who just got a yellow card? Ampadu just got himself a yellow card for picking up the ball and throwing it there. He's card happy, this referee. I don't think so, Andrew. Yeah, the ref's really... He's so card happy, free kick happy. I don't know what's wrong with him. Here's Quensa. Ampadu is the most yellow-carded player in the Leeds United team this season, with 6. Here's Sander Berger. Sasa Lukic is one that we were looking at signing a couple of seasons ago from Torino in Italy. But Fulham got him in the end. Here's Strauch. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, Barker keeps insisting on playing Okafor. Okafor alongside Calvert-Lewin. But for me, I think I'd prefer to play Mecha alongside him. I think he offers more in terms of that physical battle. Goodmanson then with a throw in here over by the halfway line. Throws it back now to Joe Rodon. James Justin now with the ball. Very weird seeing James Justin in a Leeds shirt. Like, he was just very Leicester his entire career and was up and coming youngster at Leicester, did well, came into the Premier League and... Oh, good ball forward there. Jayden Bogle nearly in behind there. Unlucky for Aronson's pass there that it didn't quite hold up enough for Bogle to get on the end of it. Here's Smith Rowe now on the left-hand side. Harry Wilson's made a run into the half space. Here is Harry Wilson trying to get the ball across. Good defending there by Ethan Ampadu as he blocks that back heel from the Welsh attacking midfielder. That's a good chant by Fulham, isn't it? Come on, Fulham. Come on, Fulham. That's a good chant. James Justin is down here after that block that he just made off the back heel from Harry Wilson. Good thing of his name then. Yeah, Aronson does work hard to get back, doesn't he? Any updates on the West Ham Spurs score? Sasa Lukic, ball into the box. Away by Leeds. Anthony Robinson switches that back out wide now to Harry Wilson, who Leeds are claiming handballed it there. Here's Lukic. Across the box now to Sessegnon. Gruev tries to block it, and in the end it just goes straight over the bar. Yeah, poor shot in the end by Sessegnon. Goal kick then. Carl Darlow to take it. He's injured, Mark. Here's Aronson. 1 minute added on to this first half, by the way. Only 1 minute added on. Here's Goodmanson out on the left-hand side. Can he cross the ball into the box? No, but he can win Leeds a corner. Not if we score off this corner, the Mighty Whites. James Justin then. He's going to take this one. Corner comes into the box. Headed by Rodon. Ampadu keeps it in. Ampadu cross towards the back post. Back across. Eventually it's cleared, and that is going to be half-time there. Right. I shall be back fairly shortly. I'll only have a short break today. There we go. We're all set for the second half. I'll be back very, very shortly. Just going for, is it CB that calls it a comfort break? So I'll be back very, very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Hit that sub button if you're new here. Hello. Sorry about that. It was a bit longer than I expected because I had to feed the cats. So that's been done now. I think for anyone who didn't catch the first half, that's a very fair description of what happened in the first half. Free falling saying, agree it's not been a great game so far. We have been the better team though. We will have more chances come our way, but we have to be more clinical and a goal will definitely come for us. But is that going to be at the cost of conceding one at the other end if we're not careful? Because there's been a few moments, a few little scares in that game where we should really have conceded, but they messed up the execution. Yeah, hit the like button, everybody. And also hit that sub button as well. That would really help me out. Welcome to everybody who's joining us. Welcome to everybody who's coming back. Best place for Leeds to defend is in the Fulham box. Yeah, hopefully, we should have. We should put something away in the second half because at the moment we're creating chances, but we're not. We're creating chances, but we're just not taking them. There's been a few that have gone through on goal and just completely messed up, skying it over the bar, or not, maybe even not quite getting there to the forward balls. So I'm hoping that in that second half, those moments where it's nearly become things actually happening. So I'm hoping that maybe the introduction of Facundo Buonanotte should make a difference. Farka saying before the game, Anton Stack has an adductor strain. We hope to have him back for Everton. Yaka has a hamstring strain, which may be a bit longer. So the Leeds United bench, let's have a look and see who could come on and who could make a difference in this game. So on the bench, Longstaff as well, of course, is now back fit, so I forgot about that. He can definitely do a job in the midfield as well, can't he? Longstaff, Tanaka, and Buonanotte. If Gruev and Ampadu have got yellow cards, we could replace our entire midfield three with Longstaff, Tanaka, and Buonanotte, and not particularly be a downgrade. Then you've also got in the attacking third, you've got Nonto, Piru, and Mecha who can all come on. So we've got a very, very strong bench that can come on and affect the game today. Who's more important, Stack or Beale? See, Beale's been really, really good when he's been in that role because he can basically be a free man who can go and clean up anything. But I'm not sure that. I think he's very good, Beale, but I think he also might be helped by what I've just said, helped by the position that he's playing. And I'd be inclined to say that Stack maybe is more important in the way that he carries the ball, the tackles he wins back. He's like Gruev, but a lot better. That's the thing. Gruev's good. Stack is Gruev with the ability to go forward and score goals and assist as well. So that's where I'm looking at it going. I think it's Anton Stack is probably the more important miss there. However, in our midfield today, because we've got Longstaff back, because we've now signed Buonanotte, we've actually got a very good midfield on the bench as well, who we could bring on. So at the moment, I'm fairly happy with this entire setup that we've got, including the bench. So who's on the bench today? I just read that out. Perry, Bornau, Byram, Longstaff, Tanaka, Buonanotte, Nonto, Piru, and Mecha. So, scores around the grounds. Of course, Scum won earlier against Man City 2-0. At half-time, Sunderland 1, Palace 1. Chelsea 1, Brentford 0. Liverpool 1, Burnley 0. Tottenham 0, West Ham 1. Leeds 0, Fulham 0. If West Ham win, as long as we win, we're fine. Then you've also got Forest later against against Arsenal, and then tomorrow Wolves play Newcastle. Thanks, Free Falling, for the £2 super chat. It all depends on when Farker makes changes. Yeah, I wonder if in the maybe in the 60th minute-ish, I would probably start to make some changes. Bring on Tanaka, a bit more attacking than Gruev or Longstaff. Maybe because Aronson plays well but seems to get a little bit tired. So I think perhaps I would bring on Buonanotte, give him a chance in Aronson's stead. Make sure you like the super chat as well. How many league games have Wolves won? Wolves have won one game. One game, 4 draws, 1 win, 4 draws, 16 defeats. Sasa Lukic has had 12 passes and 100% pass accuracy, one shot on target. Action areas, 20% in Leeds' defensive third, 51% in the middle third, and 29% in Fulham's defensive third. So it's been up their end more than it's been up our end, but most of it's been in the midfield, which does make sense with what I was saying before about the fact that some of the build-up play is half decent, but then we don't seem to ever actually get to that final third and create the chance that we should. So let's hope that changes in the second half. Yeah, players are coming out onto the pitch. Oh, Mr. P with a £5 super chat. Thanks, Mr. P. I really appreciate that super chat. Let's read it now. I've got a new superstitious match day routine. Not to watch any watch-alongs. We had gone 6 to 7 games unbeaten. So see you all on the other side. Well, I hope. Well, maybe you could just watch in the background and no one will know, Mr. P. But the other thing is, we like having you here. And it makes no difference whether you watch or not, because it's not going to affect anything, and we'd rather have your company. But thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Robert Wetzel saying, yeah, you got to get into a spot where you can give Brendan Aronson I think in England that means something a little bit different, and I don't think he's done that well that he deserves that. 1 second, I'm just about to start the second half. Referee's getting ready. I'll read the rest of your comment in just a second, Robert. But basically, you're saying that he needs a bit of a rest every now and again. No one really plays in the same way that he does other than Buonanotte. And Aronson does get tired towards the end of games, so it would be good to have a direct like-for-like swap. Well, not exactly like-for-like, but similar kind of thing for later in games. We are back underway again. Problem is we lose work rate when he goes off. Yes, he did. He has put up some very good defensive numbers, Buonanotte. No changes for Leeds as it stands, and I don't think any changes for Fulham either. Yeah, no changes from either manager. Here's Leno. Here's Jimenez. It's a foul by Rodon, apparently, just for being a little bit physical. Shout out, Tim. Yeah, Burnley losing 1-0 to Liverpool. I mean, Rodon doesn't get the ball, but Jimenez just dives at his feet. Here's Castagna. Now Sander Berge with a first time over the top ball towards Lukic, who's made a forward run. Ball into the box. Darlow can come and catch that. Here's Strauch. Back now to Darlow. Now Strauch once more. Goodmanson. Here's Ampadu. Does well there. Good ball by Ampadu. Oh, it's not going to be able to be kept in by Okafor. Not quite what Ampadu wanted to achieve there with that pass, but the idea was there. Here come Fulham then, down the left-hand side. Played back again to Quensa, who sends that one long. It was Issa Diop, wasn't it, who played as their centre-back in the away fixture, wasn't it? Shout out CB, by the way. If we don't win, I want this back. Just kidding, Max. Hope it helps you. It does help me very much. Thank you, CB. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for your continued support and all the humour you bring to the chat. It's now Timothy Castagna with the ball. Yeah, if it stays like this, West Ham will be 6 points behind us. Here's Sessegnon. See, the thing is that there's a genre of manager, i.e. Thomas Frank. I mean, if he's given time, he could well succeed with Spurs. But there's a genre of manager like him where you can kind of think, will he succeed if he goes to a bigger club? Like, should he just stay at Brentford and be a good Brentford Premier League manager? Like, because if he gets sacked from this job, then he's like, well, what was all for nothing? To be fair, I don't think you can... And on Jeffrey's point there about Scott Parker being sacked in the morning... I think it's harsh to sack a manager after a defeat against the reigning champions. Like, they never expected to beat Liverpool, are you really? That's offside against Brandon Aronson there, coming back from an offside position and then getting involved in the play. Here's Smith Rowe. Now Sanderberg. Castagna. Harry Wilson now. Ball across the back line here for Quenser. Now Smith Rowe. Robinson looking to cross that ball in. There's a header there, but I think it was by a Fulham. Surely that was by a Fulham player, but no, it's going to be a corner kick here to Fulham. Apparently it came off Ampadu in the end. No, not Ampadu, sorry. It must have been Gruev. It's just the commentator that was wrong there. Corner still not come in yet here from Fulham. Lukic and Harry Wilson stood over it. Ball comes into the box, headed away by Strauch. Played back to the defence with Anthony Robinson here and gives us a chance to read out Sujal's super chat. Thank you so much, Sujal, for your super chat and your continued support in these streams, being a member and such as well. Thank you so much. Here you go, Max. Why should I be left out? Keep up the good work. Marching on together. Thank you, Sujal. I really, really appreciate that. Goes a long way. Thank you very much. Remember, folks, breathe if you hate Man U, says Andrew. It's a good rule. It's going to be a free kick to Fulham here, outside the box. I didn't actually see that happen because I was reading a super chat, which I would rather be reading a super chat than seeing Leeds give away free kicks on the edge of our own box. Lukic and Harry Wilson over it. Harry Wilson crosses it in. Goes over everybody. Poor delivery. Leeds goal kick. I'm glad that he got that so wrong, Harry Wilson there, and knocked it over everybody, because that could have been a real dangerous situation for Leeds. Is Ampadu. Now Aronson. Ball down the line here for Bogle, who gets it back to Aronson. Aronson tries to cross it in. Bogle trying to win it back off Smith Rowe. Does well there, Bogle. Bogle tries to cross it. Leeds fans shouting for a handball. I don't think you're ever going to get that in that situation. Strauch shouldn't have let that run past him there. It may just go right to the back again. Here is Rodon. I don't know, Sujal. He's one of the only people who I've in the Leeds community who I've never spoken to or never had like any contact with, really. Here's Goodmanson. Here's Anthony Robinson. Aronson battling there, trying to win that one back off his US compatriot. What's going to be a throw into Leeds there. Raul Jimenez thinks it's for him, but it's not. Yeah, I would like to see a little bit of change from Leeds. I think a Tanaka in a midfield, a Tanaka or a Longstaff for Gruev revitalises us a little bit. And you know what? It's a bad clearance there from Sanderberger. Calvert-Lewin trying to win the header. Bogle. And eventually it's cleared by Sanderberger there. Offside there against Leeds. I'd be happy to if they asked, Sujal. I'd be very happy to if they asked. It's a foul against Leeds there. It's so stop-start with the referee's performance here. He's blowing up for absolutely everything. Ball down the line here. Rodon against Harry Wilson, his Welsh national teammate. Good defending by Joe Rodon there. Good pace from him as well. He's quicker than he looks, Joe Rodon. I'm not sure, Star. At this point, would I take a draw? If West Ham lose, I'd take a draw. But we can't guarantee that, so we need to try and win. Here's Goodmanson charging forwards. Lee's on the counter-attack here. Goodmanson goes past Harry Wilson. That's a yellow card, you dirty... Right, let's not swear, because we try not to swear on this channel, but Leeds were away then. That is an absolute joke. He's getting him a yellow. You're getting himself a yellow card. Leeds fans are chanting off, off, off. But the problem is that, in my mind, that it's such a awful way to ruin a game of football, just to slide him like that off the ball, like. Could that be a red card? VAR review it. It's not. It's by the rule of the letter of the law. It's a yellow card. A professional foul is a yellow card, which is what Chiellini did to Saka in the Euros final. It's just the way it is. Poor ball from Gruev, and it's that free kick, and now they can come down the other end. Leeds were away on the counter attack. Then I hate that kind of negative, just chopping someone down football to stop play. It should be punished more harshly, then people wouldn't do it. Here's Aronson. Now Bogle. Now plays it quite wide there for Okafor, but Okafor can fashion a crossing opportunity. Leeds have got a chance. Back to Gruev. Gruev chops it back out wide here for Goodmanson. Now Goodmanson. Goodmanson's cross is awful. Tanaka is getting warmed up. A couple of other Leeds players, including Nonto, are getting warmed up as well. Oh, that's what I was going to say before. I think there's genuinely something to be said for somebody like Buonanotte coming on for his debut, because I think it gets the crowd on their feet. Here's Aronson trying to cross the ball in. Calvert-Lewin side netting. So close from Calvert-Lewin. Side netting. I really thought that was in then. Aronson down the wing. It was literally the same combination. Yeah, he just can't get it quite back across his body there. Really unlucky. Unlucky there from Calvert-Lewin. Sorry, I was saying there's something to be said for bringing on a new signing to try and affect a game, because the whole crowd will get up for it, going, oh, it's the new signing, let's see what he can do. As soon as he takes the ball past one person, then the whole crowd going, oh, they're up on their feet, and it can really change the game, both on and off the pitch. Good little flick there. Here is a little pass from Okafor, is cut out there. Shout out to Ankalima12. Thank you for the £3 super chat. Hoping to see a Buonanotte debut as well. Make sure everybody likes the super chats. Thank you for that one. Yeah, I'm hoping that Buonanotte makes an appearance in this one. Like I said, it might just get the crowd off their feet a little bit, lift the stadium, much like it is at the moment. Everybody seems to be getting up for it here. And we're just around the hour mark, so Leeds look like they have sent out Buonanotte to get warmed up as well, by the way. Ampadu then, he's going to take a long throw in here. Throw-in comes into the box. Flicked on. Away, though, this time. And now Goodmanson. Back to Ampadu again. Ampadu, Sessegnon. Ball across the box. Cleared away, though, by Sasa Lukic. Here's Goodmanson, who plays it all the way back to Darlow now. Here's Ampadu. Now Strauk. Gruev. Read the bar at the bottom, Jahangir. Don't put goals in the chat. Hi Paul, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate that. Here's Ilya Gruev. Now Okafor, who's dropped deep here into his own half, looking for a switch out wide here to Brendan Aronson. Can Brendan Aronson get there? He can. What a fantastic ball that was by Noah Okafor. Aronson's done well as well, and the ball's still in play here. Even Anthony Robinson's still claiming for it. Crossing to the box. Away, though. Away, though, in the end by Fulham, and it's going to be a throw-in on the halfway line for Joe Rodon. Is the West Ham game still the same score? Somebody let me know. Here's Goodmanson. Now Gruev. Rodon. It's kind of mad. You wouldn't have expected, 10 years ago that, well, it might have been even more than 10 years ago that Brighton were in League 1 too. Brighton would be loaning a player to Chelsea in terms of Buonanotte. How times change, eh? Not that it was a good move for him, but... And also, yeah, I'm not sure exactly how much say he gets in where he goes on loan as well. Like, they might say that, oh, that's a better place for you to go, or Okafor, ball into Goodmanson. Goodmanson in the box. Goodmanson! He's just absolutely shanked it into the crowd. So poor from the Swede. Come on, Goodmanson. Shows Leeds have improved. Fulham against Fulham would love a draw. Thanks, Pierre, for the £2 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Everybody make sure you like the super chats as well. Oh, they're pouring in now. Thanks, Kim Hill, for the £5 super chat. Exciting, Jen Max Buonanotte signed and I do a super chat. Yeah, thank you very much, Kim. Really appreciate that. It goes a long way, so thank you very much. Oh, and we've hit the super chat goal. That's great. Thank you, everybody. Fulham preparing to send on Tom Kearney and Kevin as well, by the way. Burnley have equalised. What on earth is going on, eh? Come on, Leeds. Let's make some changes. I think we need to. Switch things up a little bit because Fulham are getting on top, and they're going to make some changes as well. So I think we need to make some of our own. Poor pass from Fulham there. It's going to be a Leeds goal kick. Tom Kearney getting ready to come on, and so is Kevin for Fulham. Lukic has gone down now whilst this substitution's going to be made. Well, Sessegnon is coming off for Kevin. And Lukic is going off as well for Kevin and Kearney. His debut, I think, Kevin, was against Leeds, wasn't it? And I think he played really well in that game, and he's only scored 1 goal so far, and it was in the cup. So I don't think it's particularly gone as well as people maybe thought it was going to for him. Do we see 3 on for Leeds? I hope so. I think Tanaka, Buonanotte and Nonto maybe would be the ones to come on. We're about to be back underway, but that'll add a couple of minutes on to the end of the game. Well, to be fair, it's a very Brazilian name like Kevin, like Fred was as well. They had 2 Freds, didn't they? Brazil had a striker called Fred, and they also had the central midfielder from Scum called Fred. Poor pass from Ampadu there, but Strauch should be able to clear it. Strauch does well there to play the ball out wide to Bogle. I'm not sure on Buonanotte Sujal. I think he was getting games in the European fixtures. I think he scored 1 or 2 goals, perhaps. Let's see Mr. Goodnight's first game for us. Thank you so much, Andrew, with the 199 super chat. Appreciate that. Everyone like the super chats, guys. Remember, offside there against Leeds, coming back from an online position again. If we hadn't changed our keeper today, we could have seen Kevin and Perry. We've missed a trick there. I'm not sure that Farke will be aware of what Kevin and Perry is, to be fair. Calvert-Lewin does well to nick in there and get the ball. Here's Okafor as he charges forward. Fulham with plenty of players back here, but Goodmanson on the overlap. Ball towards the back post, towards Aronson, headed away, but Aronson should be able to get that, actually. Maybe he could have left it out for a Ampadu long throw, but no. Here comes James Justin. Now Ampadu. Ball back with James Justin. He shoots! Straight at the goalkeeper. Patted down there by Leno, but a good bit of play by Leeds. 1-1 in the Spurs game. Get in. Thanks for the update, everybody. Darlow has to head that one away. He's headed it straight to Smith Rowe. And that's going to go wide in the end. Wow. I've just put them up there for a short while, Bolan, but you already know who the Leeds are because they've been on the screen for 65 minutes. But when Leeds make some changes, or very shortly, I'll turn it back over just so that everyone can get used to the Fulham changes. Kevin is now on, and Kearney is now on as well. Goal kick from Darlow now. Bouncing around there in the midfield, cleared away by Sander Berger. It's going to go all the way through to Rodon, who's been pushed in the back there by Kevin. And Leeds can just get it underway again straight away. Here's Gruev. Now Okafor. Harry Wilson looking for a pass, gives it into Tom Kearney. Out wide now. Nonto's imminent for Leeds, apparently. Here's Harry Wilson. Cross towards the far post. Raul Jimenez, he's taken it very wide, and he spooned it into the crowd there. Poor from Jimenez in terms of that strike there. I've been on TalkSport before for about a 10-minute segment. Okafor's coming off, by the way. Okafor is coming off and Wilfred Gnonto is coming on. Number 29 replaces number 19. Clearance by Darlow there. Calvert-Lewin tries to win the header, but it bobbles back kindly for Ampadu. Leeds asking for a handball there. A lot of fans shouting for it, but nothing doing from the referee. Here's Kevin. Long switch of play is going to bounce over Harry Wilson, but he is going to be able to keep it in here, Harry Wilson, over on the right-hand side. Goodmanson trying to stop him getting the ball in the box here. Blocked there by Goodmanson. He's done well, Goodmanson. Finds Calvert-Lewin's feet. Now Bogle. Goodmanson. Calvert-Lewin gets it again. And then cleared by James Justin. Ball's gone straight up in the air again. Aronson trying to battle for it. Crowd feeling like he was being held onto there. A lot of wayward clearances here, really. I think Fulham are just going to let that go out for a goal kick in the end. I got brought on to talk about Leeds' transfer window, and you'll all know because you've never seen my mic go loud then quiet, loud then quiet, loud then quiet, have you? And for some reason, when I go on TalkSport, it was loud and quiet. I think it was on their end, and someone was messing with it, and it was going wrong. But then they never asked me back on after that, as if it was my fault. But we all know that it's absolute dross. Here's James Justin. Now Rodon. Strauch now. Goodmanson with the ball forward here towards Nonto. Good touch from him. First touches into the game, gives the ball back to Goodmanson. Now Gruev. Nonto tries to flick it around the corner there for Aronson, but it's I think Ampadu's going to come across and take a long throw in. No, Goodmanson's going to have it. I think Aronson's had a fairly decent game, but I would like to see Buonanotte come on for him at some point soon. Here's Strauch. Now Rodon. Look, it was a stalemate in the other fixture, wasn't it? I think we're quite evenly matched with Fulham this season. Clearance there from Timothy Castagna in the end is going to mean a good throw-in opportunity for Ampadu here, right by the corner flag. Metcher already drying off the ball for him with the towel. $656 people in the chat. Make sure you check out my Etsy store in the description down below for Leeds United artwork for your walls. Good little header in the box, and it's going to be cleared for a corner kick this time to Leeds. And also, if you're new here and you want to put anything in your chat, you'll have to hit that subscribe button. And yeah, all that good stuff. I think it's 10% off the Leeds United home kit as well this weekend if you use my link in the description down below. Also hit that like button. That's all the announcements. Back to the game. Corner kick to come in then from Leeds. Taken towards the middle of the goal. Caught again by Leno. Looking for a quick pass out there, but he didn't. In what way, Dr. Cox? Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't realise that I'd just been advertising things. My own things, to be fair. Here's Sander Berger. Now Cuenca, who I think I've gone back to calling him Cuenca now. Sander Berger, all the way back to Bernd Leno. His clearance there is going to go out for a throw-in right next to Daniel Farke's technical area. Goodmanson then with the throw-in. No, Roger, of course they didn't. Ball back now to Darlow. Good header there by Calvert-Lewin to flick that one on. By the way, fake score announcements within this game, within Leeds games, you get one chance and then you'll get muted after that because it's not funny. Here is Aronson. Gruev. No, he can't quite keep hold of it. There's James Justin trying to play the ball down the line, but that's going to be a throw into Fulham. Yep. Like Tim's saying, Leeds home shirt down to just over 31 quid. Yeah, if you use my link in the description, I'll get a small kickback and it'll be no extra cost to you. There's going to be a change here in the offing for Fulham. Joshua King is looking like he's going to be coming on. Emile Smith-Rowe is coming off then. And it's going to be Josh King, not the older one, not the old Watford one, the youngster who's going to be coming on instead of Smith-Rowe. And that should reflect now in the lineups. You can see that they have made a change. Josh King on through the middle. I'd like to see some more changes from Leeds, to be honest. A midfield change wouldn't go amiss. Gruev off, Tanaka on. Kearney gets it back now. Still 1-1 in the West Ham Spurs game. Good header by Rodon there. Calvert-Lewin's offside there, but didn't actually get involved in the play. Free kick now to Fulham. I think they're going to send this one forward now. Kevin with a little flick, but eventually Strouk deals with it. Good header by Ampadu. Good little flick by Calvert-Lewin. Now Nonto over on the left-hand side. Running up against Timothy Castagna. He goes to shoot. Poor decision because the block has gone straight to Harry Wilson, and now they're on the attack down the other end. Here's Josh King. He's done well there, Nonto, in the end. Oh, apparently he's given away a free kick. The thing is about Perry, Ben, is that he was consistently had some of the highest shot stopping percentage in the French league, much higher than Donnarumma, of expected chances saved. He was the best in the league and was in the high 90th percentiles for it. And for some reason, when he's come into Leeds, it's gone the other way. Yeah, if we get 3 points today and West Ham draw or lose, that will massively help us out. Oh, Nonto on the edge of the box here. Gets the ball to Calvert-Lewin, who shoots. Good save by Leno again. Pretty tame shot in the end by Calvert-Lewin. He's had a few shots and a few chances today, Calvert-Lewin. He needs to take one. Ball over the top here towards Kevin, and Strouk is able to deal with that one. No, he's not. He's giving it straight to Harry Wilson, who's going to shoot from distance, but Strauch's there to stop it. Well done, Strauch. Ball over the top from Ampadu towards Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin is going to be able to get there out on the left wing. He's won Leeds a corner. Well done, Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, it's too the chance for Calvert-Lewin before when Nonto laid it off to him, it was too straight, too much at the goalkeeper. James Justin then is going to go over and take this corner kick. Gruev coming off then, like I'd suggested earlier. Jaden Bogle's coming off. So Bogle and Gruev are the ones to come off for Tanaka and Metcher. Now, on your screen, you're going to see Metcher at right back, but obviously you have to imagine that he's up front. I can't shuffle the entire lineup. I can, but it'd take too long, and I'm trying to watch the game. Going back to a 4-3-3 for the last 10 minutes here. Here's Aronson. Tries to flick it back into the box. Cleared away, though, by Fulham. Goodmanson's going to get there. Gives it back to Darlow now. Darlow with a long ball forward. I think that might be a bit too long. It's going to bounce all the way through to the goalkeeper. Metcher was waiting there, but Leno can obviously use his hands, so he's always going to be able to get higher than Metcher is there. Here's Castagna coming towards the halfway line. Gives it to Harry Wilson. Good turn by Josh King, but Leeds can win the ball back, but then Ampadu's giving it away straight away. Poor from him. And then James Justin wins it back. So Justin goes to right back. Rodon and Strauch, the two centre-backs. Goodmanson left back. Three in midfield. Ampadu, Tanaka, and Aronson. I feel like it might just be Ampadu and Tanaka, and basically the rest of the players have all gone up front. Here's James Justin, chance to cross the ball. It's going to be a Leeds corner kick. I think it might be 4-2-4 that we're playing, not 4-3-3. Corners to come in then from James Justin. News just in. It's a header from Strauch just over the bar. It's always Strauch with his 50p head. Just practice heading them on target, Strauch. He gets on the end of them so often. Header away by Strauch. Now Sander Berger. Josh King. Out wide now. Wilson's pass taken away by Tanaka. Goodmanson with a good ball there. Strauch headed back to Tanaka. A bit of dodgy play by Leeds, but eventually the clearance, but it is going to go out for a throw-in. He's so good at getting on the end of them, Strauch, but it's a fact his head must have corners that they all just seem to go flying over. Here's Castagna. Sorry, not Castagna, it's Tom Kearney. I haven't timed bowling out. Must have been one of the mods. No, there hasn't been Sajal, to be honest. It's been a very... it's been a very slow game. Not helped by the referee. Not helped by the styles of play clashing a little bit. That doesn't really... it's a stalemate, much like it was at Craven Cottage. But I'm just hoping for a late winner for Leeds this time rather than Fulham. Ampadu trying to force a turnover there, but Fulham still keep hold of it. Here's Tom Kearney. Ball into the feet here of Robinson, who tries to cross it into the box. Darlow can catch that one, though. He looks to release him on early, but there's just no options. I'd like to see Facundo come on at some point soon. Just for the last 10 minutes or so. Because I imagine there'll be at least 5 minutes added on. Mecha with a really poor, lazy flick there towards Calvert-Lewin. He's got to do better than that. Here's Joachim Andersen. Carrying that ball out from the back. Won back, though, by Leeds. Here's Mecha. He's giving the ball away, Mecha. He's stinking out the gaff. Yeah, good tackling, though, and good defending by Altanaka there. It's a foul on Brendan Aronson. That's going to be a yellow card for the Fulham centre-half Cuenca there. We get no change out of Strauch. Nice one, Roger. Leeds with a free kick then, inside our own half. So more changes in the offing for Fulham here. Raul Jimenez is going to come off, and so is somebody else for Issa Diop at centre back. Harry Wilson's going to come off. Harry Wilson off. Jimenez off. And Issa Diop and another bloke who I've never heard of is coming on. Kusi Asare is the one coming on up front. Never heard of him. He'll score now if I said never heard of him, but... Mecha using his strength there over on the left wing. Does well there to get the ball towards Goodmanson. Another corner kick to Leeds here then, with James Justin going over to take it. Hopefully this one's not too close to Burnt Leno. Come on, we had the corner go against us in the last fixture against these. Let's have the corner go for us. Own goal by them, anything. Just bundle a ball in the back of the net, please. Come on, Leeds. Corner kick comes in, flicked on, just onto the roof of the net by Mecha. Really unlucky. Made a run to the near post, Mecha there. Got the flick on, nearly top corner at the near post, but just over the bar. Just over the bar there from Mecha. Unlucky. Leno with an absolute hoof up the pitch. That's going to be a throw into Fulham there, as it must have been Ampadu whose header was the last touch there. Looks like it might be 4 added minutes onto this. Good foot there by Strauch. Aronson's going to get there before Kearney. Ampadu. Tanaka. Back into Strauch now. Strauch with a good ball forward into Metcher. Now Calvert-Lewin. Metcher gets it back. Now Aronson turns on it. Aronson still going here. I feel like there should have been a foul in there somewhere. It was enough touch from Tom Kearney. Tanaka. Ball out wide here for Ampadu. Ball into the box. 1-0! Yes! Lucas Metcher has won it at the death, hopefully, for Leeds United. What a finish! Leeds United 1, Fulham 0. Cross into the box, right at the death. Ampadu crosses it in. Metcher on the half turn just puts it in the bottom corner. Leeds 1, Fulham 0. Woo! Get in. Come on, Leeds. It was chaos around the edge of the box, and then eventually Ampadu just makes that run. He decides he's going for it. Ball gets put across the box. Metcher with a really good finish. Really, really good finish. Come on, Leeds. It's a great cross by Ampadu. Fantastic finish by Lucas Metcher to get there ahead of Castagna. Puts it beyond the reach of Bernd Leno. And it is 1-0 to Leeds. Come on. What a finish. Thanks, Pierre. Tanaka gives it back to Darlow to hoof as hard as he can. Tanaka heads that away. Metcher trying to play that one forward towards Calvert-Lewin. Clearance there by Joachim Andersen. Darlow clears again as Strauch plays it back to him. Ampadu doing well there. Aronson takes it with him. Aronson with a great ball into Metcher. Metcher's through on goal here. He comes into the box. Lucas Metcher! Good save by Bernd Leno. You've got to say that's a very good save by Bernd Leno. Really good save from the German goalkeeper there. Really good save as Metcher went through on goal. Brennan Aronson is coming off and Sebastian Bornau is coming on for him. What number is Sebastian Bornau? Is he number 25? I think he is. Doesn't really matter, but there we go. Leeds trying to hold the ball in the corner, and Leeds get a throw in the corner. 10 seconds to go, plus whatever's added on after that. Come on, Leeds. It's a goal kick to Fulham now. 793 people in the chat. Remember, guys, check out my Etsy link in the description down below to my store. And also, remember to hit that sub button to the channel. Long ball forward here by Fulham. And that's a free kick to Leeds. Not full time as I thought it was. Yellow card there for someone. Whoever it was that fouled James Justin, I think it was. Oh, no, it was a foul on Strauch. Someone's popped his eyeball out. No, that may be an exaggeration, but I think he did get elbowed in the eye there by the Fulham forward. Kusiasare has got himself a yellow card. £10 clear of 18th place West Ham as it stands. Darlow taking his sweet time over this. Sends it long towards Calvert-Lewin. Here's Tom Kearney. Plays the ball over to Timothy Castagna. We've now played a minute and a half past the time we're supposed to. Here's Sander Berger. Now Tom Kearney. He's letting them have one last attack. Why does the referee let them have one last attack? Away by Sebastian Bornau! And Leeds United take all 3 points at Elland Road. Scoring right at the death is Lucas Mecha to get Leeds 3 well-earned, well-deserved points. Leeds United are now 10 points clear of the relegation zone. Tottenham West Ham 1-1 in the 90 plus 3 minutes. Let's actually have a little look and see if we can watch the end of that game and see if there's 6 minutes added on. We'll watch the end of this game. A fantastic block, by the way, by Mickey van der Ven. If you want to stick around for the end of the West Ham game, it's 1-1 at the moment with just 3 minutes left on the clock. So if you want to stick around just for the end of this, hopefully Spurs score. Pedro Porro made that block. Corner comes in then from West Ham. The ball's bouncing around and West Ham have just scored. Callum Wilson. I shouldn't have even gone on it, should I? I don't want to swear, so I'm going to go off that. Thank you, Kenneth Orlandis. Really appreciate that. Thanks for the stream, Max. Always a miracle seeing 2 of my US nationals in one Premier League game. Yeah, Anthony Robinson and Brendan Aronson. I think Brendan Aronson probably had the better of it today, to be fair. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat as well. I really, really appreciate that. And I think with that, you'll be our top fan of the week for our next game. Of course, remember, guys, there is a video out from today talking about Jørgen Strand Larsen and Leeds United. Leeds United's interest in signing him in this January window. And of course, check out all the links in the description down below to my Etsy store, etc., where you can see all of my prints designed by me, where if you want to support me, you can. There'll be a match reaction out not too long after this as well. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining me. If you're new here, subscribe. If you're old here, hit the like button and stick around. Thanks, everybody, so much for joining us. Thank you to our new moderators for kicking out whoever was being annoying and helping me out so that I can concentrate on the game. Leeds United 1, Fulham 0, and 3 big fat points to go on the board. Great stuff. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.